Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to all my lovely regular viewers, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So it's another Glitterbels tutorial, and I thought I would do the kind of nail art that I'm seeing on Instagram quite a lot. It seems to be, as I call, squiggly lines. So I have already prepped all my nails. I have applied my nail forms as well as my Glitterbels dehydrator and acid-free primer. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm sure you are wondering what the hell has happened to my nails. So on the middle finger, about 7-8 weeks ago, I think it was, I had an argument with my oven door and I caught my middle finger in the door handle. So when I pulled it, this is the result of what's happening. So it is growing out. There's no pain, there's no lifting or anything of the nail from the nail bed, so it's perfectly safe for me to go ahead and put my acrylic on. And then if you look at the little finger, oh dear, how do I even explain this one? So my husband accidentally kicked my finger, and I had the rest of my beautiful nails that I had on my Valentine's set, which I absolutely loved, but it was basically ripped off my finger. So you can see that it's a little bit pitiful, and I was going to do what I did in my last video and use just a nail tip, but because these nails are being sculpted and they are so long, I tried one of the extra long nail tips on them and it just didn't look right. So I do end up towards the end of the video just going ahead and applying some nail forms and sculpting the little nail out as well. I didn't apply any primer or dehydrator because I don't really want anything to stay on my little finger. I want it to come off quite easily. So anyway, back to the nails at hand, and I'm using my Glitterbels nail forms. It's their floral nail forms, which I absolutely love because you've got the choice of doing either a salon length nail, or you can go ahead and do like one of the XXL nails. So I'm sculpting these out to a size 10, which is pretty long, but I think they do go up to like a size 12. So yeah, you can get super long tips. With this finger, I'm using Nude blush cover. In fact, I'm using Nude blush cover over all the nails because this is going to be my base color. If I want a nude background for any of my nail art, this is my go-to color. I absolutely love Nude blush cover. But as you can see, I'm putting loads and loads of different beads on just to try and build this nail up. My little studio is so warm this evening, and it's just curing so quickly. That is one thing that I've discovered about the Nude blush cover and the cashmere cover. They both cure really quick, so you need to work just that little bit wetter. So again, onto the middle finger, and you can see I am working a little bit more wetter. But because it's starting to cure so quick, I do have to do it in more than one bead. So it doesn't really matter how many beads that it takes you to do the nail. What you know, you really just want to make sure that the overall strength and structure of the nail is there. Whether it takes 1 bead, 2 bead, or 50 beads, it doesn't really matter as long as your nail is structurally sound. I want this set to look almost like the nail tips from Nail by Lucy. Her nail tips, her square pinch nail tips are absolutely amazing. So it may look like these nail forms are pretty wide, but I need to have the nails, when you look down the barrel of the nail, that they are the same width the whole way down. I don't want them to taper in at all. So in with my cuticle bead on the middle finger, and because I'm working quite wet, I'm going to let gravity do its thing, and I'm just going to point my nail downwards, and that's going to pull all that acrylic away from the cuticle area so it doesn't flood, and it doesn't flood into my sidewalls either. Then I'll just blend that acrylic into the previous acrylic that I've laid. So Nude blush cover is a core powder. I won't be capping any of these nails, so you will see me, I will build up the apex area, and I will make sure that I can't see any of that nail, the nail form starting to peep through the acrylic. If I can see the nail form, then I know that I have the acrylic laid on too thin. So even while I'm applying the acrylic to the nails, I'm looking at the nail from all different directions. So I'm making sure that there's no dips or anything in the acrylic and that my apex is in the correct place, and just making sure that there's overall no lumps and bumps. Moving on now to the pointer finger, and again the pointer finger and the thumb are going to be applied exactly the way I've applied the last two nails. So I'm going to go ahead and let you watch me apply the acrylic, and then I'll come back once we start the filing, or I start the filing routine. So all the acrylic has been laid, and I'm now going to go ahead and take off my nail forms. So you can see I release the little tabs that secure around the rest of the finger, and I sort of pinch the nail form in and then pull it downwards, and I find that releases it from the nails so much easier. So I'm going to start off with my filing routine, and I'm using the Glitterbels metal board file with a 180 grit refill. These are super, guys, you know, for straight lines, straight edges, this is a game changer. And from I have started using the metal board file compared to just a normal board file, my nails are I just feel that they're so much better. So I always start at the side walls. I always make sure they're nice and straight, and then I go to my lower arch and I make sure they're nice and straight and coming in line with the client's natural nail or my natural nail. And then I'll go to the free edge. So you will see that I'll go ahead and I'll change from the metal board file to a normal file, because I find sometimes that the metal board file is just a little bit too rigid for going over all of the nails. So you kind of need that flexibility of a normal board file. So because I'm filing my own nails, I keep resting it on this little armrest. I think it's always important, especially if your nails are very, very long, that you do give them a little bit of support. So that's why you'll see me throughout, you know, filing my nails, that I'll rest my finger on that and turn them, you know, like a contortionist. But it's just so much easier to do it that way for me, especially when I'm doing my own nails. To finish off around the cuticle area, I'm going to go in with my fine 5-in-1 e-file bit. I absolutely love this bit. It's really, really great for getting your acrylic really, really flush around the cuticle area. And then I just go over the rest of the nail and just make sure that there's no lumps and bumps. And then just to finish off the filing, I go in with my buffer. So it's a 180 grit buffer, and that's just going to take away any of the harsh lines that could be left behind from using your hand file or your e-file. So before I went ahead to sculpt out the little finger, I did go in and try the nail tip, but it just didn't look right at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and sculpt the nail out exactly the same way that I did the other ones. So just to keep the length of the video down, I didn't show any of the filing and shaping of the little finger, and I'm now going to move on to doing the artwork. So this is a design that I've seen quite a lot on Instagram and Pinterest, and I'm just going to be using these Model 1 gel polishes, and I'm using a white, like a chocolate colour, and then a sort of like dark beige colour. It's very, very, very simple nail art. All I'm doing is squiggly lines. So there's no set pattern or anything to do these this type of design. It's basically whatever squiggly lines that you want to do. You just let your brush flow and do it. So what I'll do is I'm going to do all the dark chocolate colour on all the nails, and then I'll cure them in my light, and then I'll move on to the next colour. It's funny with this chocolate colour being the darkest one, it's the only one that I had to do a second coat with. So I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to some music while you watch how I do the rest of the nails, and I'll come back just at the end. So I thought I would just add a little bit of glitter just to bring some life to the nails, because they are kind of muted colours. Even though those type of colours are so popular at the minute, I still think just having that little bit of glitter just makes the nails. So now that all the gel polish has been cured, I'm going to go ahead and apply a top coat. I am absolutely loving matte nails at the minute, and I think for this set, the matte is a better finish. So I'm using my Nail Perfection Velvet Matte Top Coat, which I absolutely love. And of course, I never end a nail service without applying some cuticle oil. So I'm getting in with the coconut oil from Glitterbels, which smells absolutely gorgeous. And here is the finished set, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. And I will be back with another video. So take care. See you soon. Bye.